Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video I am going to show you an Nvidia card from 2004. As you can see, it's the GS, the 880 GS. This is an old card. I pulled it out of my dad's computer. A little story behind this. I built a really expensive computer for my dad, and so when I built the other computer, I put in a GeForce GT. I know it's GTX actually. I know the newest one is the RTX, but I built this computer about 5, 6, possibly I think it's 5, 6, or 7 years ago. So the GTX was the newest thing. So with this card, this is, as I stated, the Nvidia GS GeForce. It is PCI Express, and you can tell by the little tab here and by the notch that's right here. Yes, it has its fan, and it looks really cool. I like this design, but it has a fan. And you're going, why is it old? So if I turn it this way, go like this, try not to touch pins there, you have S-Video and 2 DVI slots here. So the DVI slots first. The way this is manufactured right here, this is a DVI port as well as this one. DVI stands for Digital Visual Interface Interlace. It supports digital, which is the line going this way, and analog, which is the line going this way. So if you just, whoops, had the car, the vertical is digital, horizontal, wait, I got that, sorry about that. Horizontal here is digital, vertical is analog. So if you see a DVI port with just a line on a horizontal, that's DVI-D. If you see it with the line going vertical, that's it, that's DVI-A. DVI-I, which stands for interlace, by the way, supports both. So if you're going to buy a card with that, make sure it supports both. So then this way, if you want to change parts, you're not going, oh my god, what do I do? It's stuff like that. Now, with DVI ports, a lot of cards at this era of card came with a DVI to VGA adapter. Now, unfortunately, I don't have one to show because all mine are being used. But what would happen is you would put it in this port, and it would have a VGA end on there. So you could use your existing monitor. And when you bought a card like this back, that's what you would get. So, and all that. Remember, HDMI wasn't very common yet. So, this port right here. This is a S-Video port. It stands for Super Video. And the reason they call it that is it had the capability of sending data packets. There are a few arcade games that use the S-Video cable as a link cable to link two machines together. The local arcade I went to when they did tournaments for a game would use S-Video. And this, if you really want to put it in perspective, this was basically HDMI back in the day, if you really want to get technical. But this carried both sound and video just like HDMI does. So basically, HDMI is the predecessor to S-Video. And when I was in high school, they had a device that was VGA, and it would go out into this device, and it would have a VGA cable out going back to the monitor. Now, you had three types of ports. You had composite, and you had S-Video. Well, the TVs had S-Video, so that way they could show it. Now, computers would have an HDMI port in the center right here, and they would just, you could have a Y connection, and you could send it off one cable. You don't need another device. But at that time, you needed a device. So, with that said, if I turn this around, that's a PCI Express power connection. The PCI Express cards, some of them, not all of them, but the higher end cards such as this one, do need power to run. So this particular card has a fan on it to keep it cool. It does the exact same that your CPU's fan. You'll hear this most commonly called a GPU, Graphics and Processing Unit. And that's what it does. Now, you're asking yourself, why did I swap the card out? The reason I swapped the card out, actually, I took it out, was my dad uses Photoshop. And what happens is, with this particular card, when he would render something, it wasn't bad, it wasn't the best, but it would kind of hang up. And he was just going to buy a new card, and I said, hey, wait a minute, let me look at the other one. And I got that one working, and it works so much better because as I said, you're only as fast as your slowest device. So this card is about 15 years, actually, more like 17 years old, and it still works. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.